Hey everybody, it's Nerdicane doing a very late review of X-Men Red 2. Here you go, Tom Taylor as Rar and Svorcina. Sorry if I messed that up, Dan. So basically, Jean's got her grand vision of SJWism, and she's trying to make it happen. And so we start up here with this guy. I don't have a whole lot of enthusiasm for this book, if you can tell in my voice. I'm not ready to dump it. I'm not ready to trash it. I'm just waiting for it to stop virtue signaling and start being a comic book. So we start here with this lady. She's been captured by this guy, and apparently she stole a bunch of money. Blah, 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 stuff like that. Straw Man, again. Talk about their situation in Wakanda. Okay, so we get to this, and this lady right here, her name's Trinary. Oh, here's another problem I have with this book. It started out, and it basically told you who everybody was. It's in book one, they had something like this, and it basically showed you, okay, this is the whole team. But the team really hadn't assembled yet. So you knew everybody was on the team already, who was on the team already, and the book really hasn't gotten into its own stride. So in issue one, Namor's not in it, and Namor's not in this one, and Trinary's not in it, and Trinary is barely in this one. Gambit is not even shown up, but he's shown here. So there's no surprises. Like, if they had just started and not told you the entire roster of this, you could see the progression of the story and say, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Namor joined. And then you're like, okay, they meet this hacker, technopath, Trinary, and she joins up. And Gentle, we're not real sure what he is. They do a little bit of explanation of Gentle's story. I didn't know who he was before this. But... and then showing Gambit, you know that the next storyline is going to be, okay, Gambit's introduced, and then Gambit joins the team. It really takes all the fun out of it, and it takes all the mystery, and you sort of know where this plot ends, like with her. They're going to rescue her, and she's going to join the team. And Namor's going to wind up, they're going to do some plot line with Namor, and he's going to join the team. And I think in issue 3, Gambit is on the cover. Hi, Lil. Go on, get out of the way. And you can tell he's going to join the team too. So they've taken all the interest and all the fun out of that by just showing you, here's the roster. We're going to build it in the first 5 or 6 issues, and then it's going to go from there. So you kind of know already that they're going to spend the first 5 or 6 issues building the team that they've already shown you. So why would you pick it up if you know that the first 5 or 6 issues are just going to be team building? But getting more to this, so this lady, she stole like millions from the top 25 earners in the top 25% of earners in India, and basically just redistribute it to everybody else, thinking that would solve the problem. That's sort of an infantile way of solving the problem of the pay gap, which is much more prevalent in other countries and not America. The pay gap is kind of I'll say it, the pay gap is a myth here in America, okay? And in the Western world, but I'm not going to get on a soapbox on that. So she stole money and basically just gave it, sort of like a hacker Robin Hood. That's not going to solve anything, because the moment before you did it and the moment after you did that, women are still making much less, and they still have a lower position in society. And that's the problem. You're fixing a fiscal problem for a few minutes at the best. The problem is cultural, and that's why places that are effed up, that's why they're effed up, because their culture cultivates that, allows that. So I'm not going to get into how stupid cultural Marxism is. I'm just going to stick on comic books here and this story. Then they go to India to get her out, and right off the bat, she would stick out like a sore thumb. But there is a cool thing that they do in this is it's sort of like a heist, sort of a jailbreak, and they use her telepathy to get this guy to basically just help them infiltrate with a van, which is a very cool plot device. And she's in his head, and they're basically doing the heist. And I really think this is what one of these X books should be. It should be an X team that goes into these effed up places in the world and will help mutants out in their situation, for a more lasting solution than just giving people money, which will be spent in the next few weeks, and then everything will go right back to the way it was. But I do have to say the bright spot in this book and this team has been Kurt. Kurt is he's such a great character, and he's so well established as a character that it's really hard to not write him well. He just lends himself to being written well so much. And that's, like I said, one of the big bright spots in this. I'm not going to spoil it, but, there's like a anti-mutant protest and you get a little bit of action, not a whole lot. I'm not going to spoil the end. I don't want to spoil the end. But once again, here's 3. Can I recommend this book? No. I'm going to keep going with it. This really... I don't know why they're doing this Where's Wolverine thing. Is stupid. Just... I don't know. Was Wolverine ever really gone? That's my question. As you can tell, I don't have a whole lot of enthusiasm for this book. It feels like Cullen Bunn's X-Men Blue run, where he's just checking off bad guys and he's just going through the motions. And I think this one is just doing the opposite, is checking off good guys who are going to join the team. And it's just really, it feels like it's just going through the motions. There's really no excitement. This should be a new X book. I remember when X-Men 1 came out, and that was huge. That team was awesome, and the writer was awesome, and the artists were great. And there was a lot of action. I've done a review on, I did like a look back, a throwback look at X-Men 1, and it was action, action, action. The characters were great. There was heterosexuality in it. There was flirtiness in it. I mean, it's one of those timeless books. It's one of those great action books, especially from the 90s. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels like, reading it and reading sort of the virtue signal-y messages in this, it feels like X-Men Gold. It feels like X-Men Blue. It feels like most of what Marvel has going on right now. Talk, word soup. Yeah. Not a great book. I'm still going to follow it. I'm hoping... you have 2 characters who are really well established. Nightcrawler and Gambit. And hopefully there'll be bright spots in this book. Hopefully Gambit won't come in next issue and be... hopefully he'll be Gambit. He won't be a watered down... neutral version of Gambit. I want to see the roguish, flirty. I want to see that Gambit again, and because that's what this book needs. This book needs something like that. And I don't know what is Namor doing in here. He's the king of Atlantis. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick this book apart very much anymore. But that's my lukewarm review of X-Men Red 2. I'm going to keep going with it, but I don't have a whole lot of faith that Tom Taylor will write anything compelling to keep going, so we may end this at 5. But thanks for watching. I hope I saved you guys. How much was this book? I hope she saved you $3.99. Wait and see if his writing gets better, or the story gets better, and see if there's more action in it, okay? Thanks for watching. I'm Nerdiking. Hit me up here, or hit me up on Twitter. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.